Cat is on top of me right now. Anyway, this should be a very interesting live stream, as are all the live streams. Whoa, son, son. Anyway, Cat thinks he's gonna be sitting on top of me, huh? I don't think so, son. Oh, he's clawing my shorts. Boy, it's gonna be a great live stream, guys. I can't wait to get some people in here, have a great time. uh, Fat cat, gotta love it. Man, it's like the middle of the night right now. Well, it's like 2 in the morning, but it's basically the middle of the night. I guess 3 or 4 in the morning would technically be the actual middle of the night. Man, YouTube really doesn't want to show this to anybody, do they? Well, a 2-minute live stream. No, I'm just kidding. It's not getting this. I'm getting a live stream for a little bit, no matter what. So, uh, yeah, be a great time. Dude, it's so much easier when you get multiple people in here in the live chat, and then you get something to feed off of. Having to make up your own stuff way more difficult. The cat was over here on the couch, and then he just jumps up on the man. He's like destroying me. Hello, welcome in first people to join the live stream. I've been streaming for 2 minutes, and in that amount of time, the cat already jumped up on top of me. Is trying to destroy me right now. It's gonna be a great live stream, guys. Yes, I am just gonna be talking the whole time. So I know most people don't watch live streams where a person is just talking. That's just not a thing you do unless they're actually like have a certain topic they're talking about, or it's multiple people talking on a podcast. But these live streams will get better, folks. I ordered a microphone the other day to at least improve the sound quality. What are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I can't move. I'm paralyzed right now because the cat jumped on top of me. He can, like, his head is at the bottom of the screen. He's an orange cat. Uh, he's fat. I can tell you that one. I actually was recording for one of my videos the one day. It was in the same room, and he literally just walked right in front of the camera while I was recording, and then I just decided to keep it in the video because it was kind of funny, kind of. Now he's clawing my shorts. Yeah. No, I am not Nick Fuentes' brother. I am Nick Fuentes. uh, Also, AJ Soprano. Also, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Yeah, those are the main 3 people compare me to. But there's been so many comparisons, I can't even keep track of it. Just no way I could possibly keep track. Let's see that cat. There's the cat. I'm not gonna pick him up any more than that because he's really heavy, like really heavy, like 100 pounds, biggest pet cat on planet Earth. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, all right, finally he got off of me. Now I feel like I can move. I always hate that when you got a cat on your lap, it's like you can't move at all. And then they get fur all over your clothes. All right, son. No, we're not getting back on. It's hard enough to get you off. This is gonna be an excellent live stream, guys. I'm gonna be be in this room for a little while, probably like an hour. And then after that, I'm gonna be driving. And I'll live stream while I drive. So we'll have a bit of a driving live stream. I gotta drive for 30 minutes. And I'll just keep the live stream going until I get too tired and then I gotta go to bed. I'm currently recording right now at 2 in the morning. So quick question, are you British? I'm gonna assume that is a joke. Sounds like a joke to me. But yeah, these middle of the night live streams are honestly my favorite. I have no idea. It just something about streaming in the middle of the night just feels right to me. I'm gonna probably take off my sweatshirt here. Got fur all over it. Oh. But yeah, I'm gonna live stream for like an hour down here, and then I'm gonna drive. That'll be like 30 minutes. So it's gonna at least be like an hour and a half live stream. So I am from Roblox. No offense. What are you? Was there no offense about being British? I don't care. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, I enjoy interacting with the live chat. The more in the live chat, the better. I rarely ever hide people from the channel or from the live chats. And if you ask me a question, I give you a rude or sarcastic answer. Just know that I myself don't take this very seriously because I'm just a random dude doing a live stream. Where I'm just talking the whole time. I'm not literally doing anything else, so not really sure why anybody would take that too seriously. I'm gonna stick some of my stuff over here. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get lots of sarcasm throughout the live chat. I enjoy the more people we get in the live chat, the better. It gives me something to feed off of because uh these live streams I don't plan at all. Like, most people if they're doing a thing where they're sitting down talking for a while, they just they plan it out, at least plan out the general thing they'll be talking about. I just kind of hit the live stream button and then we're just off and it just you never know what's gonna happen. Dare me to go outside and touch grass. I was literally just outside before I started this live stream. Hey, when I go out to my car in about an hour from now, it's outside. I'll touch grass for you in the live stream if you're still here, though. But it's pitch black outside. When I'm driving, I have to turn on, the light in the car so you guys can actually see something. Please. Don't worry, I'll touch grass eventually. I know we're all dying for me to touch grass. Oh my. I gotta get my energy levels up here, folks. This is unacceptable. We really need to crank it up a notch. Get this live stream going. Gotta get going at the beginning. If you can't get going at the beginning, you're done from the start. So got my amazing magnifying glass. I actually I have really bad vision, but only but right now I only have one contact in my left contact. I don't. I had to take my right one out earlier because it was agitating me. Um, so if I want to see the live chat, I have to get my magnifying glass out. uh, there's so many random objects down here in this room. This is a very small room, but it's an offshoot in the basement. We got a full on basement, but there's only like this one room that connects to a basement. Everything else is upstairs. Oh, you want me to speak Norwegian? Sorry, I don't think I can speak Norwegian. Uh, Fortunately, not. I can actually speak Swahili, which is like the most rare language. Only a couple people speak it in the world. I just happen to be one of them. It was fine. My shop class teacher in high school, he would always say, like he was older, so he'd be talking to the kids and he'd try to they'd be talking and he doesn't even understand what they're saying. So he's like, well, actually, he would be talking and then they wouldn't understand what he'd be saying, and then he just looks at him and he's like, "Am I speaking Swahili right now?" You cannot donate that $1. My goodness, I'm a horrible person. I should go out and touch grass because I need that $1 so bad. Oh, Cactus Jack is joined in. It's late, Cactus Jack. It's 2 in the morning. 2:30 probably. Oh, never mind. 2:15. Right in the middle. Uh, man, I think my live streams are going down the tubes because, uh, well, for one, I've been live streaming so much you end up running out of things to talk about unless you just talk about the same things again. And number two, I think the main reason my live streams were doing good in the first place was because of rage baiters, and and now that the rage baiters like they realize that nothing they say in the chat's gonna do anything to me, now they don't watch anymore. 11:15 for you, Cactus Jack. I assume you're out on the West Coast then. So is Cool Kid. So is it 11:15 or is it 11:17? Somebody's got their clocks wrong. Assuming you're both on the West Coast. You get more famous with a shorter name. I don't think I've ever heard that before. uh, rubbing scalp. Man, it's really hard to get in the one of those one of those moods that is perfect for live streaming. I did it a few days ago. It was like 4 days ago. I think the live stream was called Watch Out or something like that. I just title these live streams randomly, just anything that comes in my head. It doesn't really mean anything. Um, but anyway, that live stream the other day, I was on a roll and I actually had like a lot of energy, which very rare for me. I've got rage bait the brawl and entertain the trolls. Yeah, I mean, I've honestly already rage baited a lot of the brawl people. because I gave my own opinions and I didn't just cave in to popular opinions. So a lot of people got mad at me, but the problem with that is, like, it'll get you a few rage bait comments, but those people won't stick around and support the channel. So it's a short term thing that helps, but it's better just to get long term people like you, Cactus Jack. You're in my live streams a good bit. Man, I gotta get back to doing my rants. I don't know why. It's not coming as natural to me as it usually does. All right, there's 18 people here. We gotta get on a rant. All right. Let's pretend. Oh, guys, I'm so sick of everything. This is horrible. uh, I was not faking it when I did those rants, but I don't know. I just usually do what comes naturally to me, which is like a crime on YouTube. You can't ever just do what's natural. You have to like go out of your way, do popular topics on your videos, do popular stuff. You gotta have like high energy nonstop for live streams, and it's just I can't do it. I'm a failure, guys. It's like that's why I always say anytime somebody says hello in the live chat and then I don't respond immediately, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, random person that I've never met in my entire life, for not immediately responding hello back to you. I know that's such a crime, but can you please forgive me? Like I just let me get on my hands and knees here. Yeah, that April Fool's live stream I did was great, where I pretend like I was ending the channel. That was great, and it was somewhat believable because, you know, my channel, I've been doing it for 3 years and it's not really gotten like very successful. I mean, I hit over 1,000 subscribers, which nowadays is no joke to be able to do that if you're starting up a newer channel. Um, but it took me 3 years, so I was just like, oh, I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm sick of it now. Uh, I fooled most of the people because most of the people who turn on these live streams, like whatever they first hear, they just like assume you're telling the truth because they don't stick around to see like who you even are. They don't stick around to see like if you usually tell the truth, if you usually use sarcasm, if you're lying all the time. They don't stick around. They just assume they watch the live stream for about 20 seconds and then they just automatically pretend like they know everything about you. Uh it's pretty hilarious. But it sets them up to get picked apart really easily. Honestly, I don't care about getting famous. Like I don't care if I'm famous, especially since I value my privacy. It's not about getting famous, it's just about getting the channel to be successful. Plus, a lot of my videos, like the actual videos, not the live streams, I just do voiceovers. Like my face isn't even on camera, so that's a nice thing, because if this channel ever did get like decent size, I still don't think I'd have to worry about my privacy because my face isn't in most of the videos. And if I get to a point where I can get monetized, I'll probably tone it down with the live streams. But right now, I'm really pushing to try and get this where we can get it. Am I a real human? To be honest with you, I'm more real than a lot of human beings, especially on YouTube. Uh, there's nothing fancy about this live stream. There's nothing there's nothing entertaining about this live stream. There's nothing entertaining. There's not massive explosions going on every 5 seconds. The screen's not changing constantly. Uh, It's just me talking on a camera, and that's more than most people are willing to do. you know, I mean, it's harder in certain aspects to do these really souped up videos that are heavily edited. It is hard to do that, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people, if they tried to live stream and just sit down and talk for a while, I feel like a lot of people nowadays just wouldn't be able to do it. They may think they can do it, but actually try and be somewhat entertaining and keep a couple of people's attention nowadays, when you're competing with all this crazy edited stuff and big explosions. That's one reason I can't get into watching movies they make anymore, pretty much. I mean, there are some good hidden gems here and there, but most of the newer movies, it's more about just the style of the movie, how many crazy stunts we pull off in the movie, all this type of stuff, and they don't focus on the actual characters like at all. Like, I mean, obviously they have scenes with the characters and stuff, but you don't really y- they're not unique, and they're not, they just kind of all blend together. All the characters, they blend together because none of them really stand out because they're just kind of boring. So, um, I didn't think I'd get into talking about movies these days, but uh, how do you keep talking for such a long time? It's pretty difficult. It's really difficult. For me, I have to force it. This actually doesn't come naturally for me, but if you just sit down, have no plans, and just start up the live stream, you can't just sit in front of the live stream and do nothing. I mean, I've tried that before. It didn't work. What'd you know? I thought for sure if I just sat in front of the camera and did absolutely nothing, it'd be great. I actually did that in yesterday's stream, one of them, because I did like 3 streams yesterday. Uh, but yeah, wouldn't it be amazing? You could just sit down, do nothing. I mean, a lot of people actually do that. It's just called AI. It's called AI slop. Their videos are all AI, and they didn't actually do anything with it. I mean, you look at even like the majority of YouTubers these days, they have some form of help. They have people editing their videos. They use AI scripts. They don't come up with their own scripts. They have a lot of help and stuff. So that's another big reason it's really hard when you're first starting out channel, because if you're first starting out channel, especially now, I mean, I assume you don't have unlimited funds and resources to get a lot of people to help you with your channel. You could still use AI, but you have to do a lot of the things yourself. So difficult, isn't it? Where am I from? I'm from Transylvania. I am Count Dracula. I should probably stop doing that. I've done that so many times. People like Cactus Jack are probably getting sick of it. Uh, that's the problem with these streams. Like, I almost feel like I could just do the same thing every stream and nobody would notice, because I usually get a lot of new viewers. But there is occasionally 1 or 2 viewers in every live stream who have seen me before. So I can't really get away with that now, can I? Oh. Ohio? No, I'm not from Ohio. I thought you would know by now. You were in one of my other streams, at least one of them. Go back and read through the comments. Why do I need to go back and read through the I don't know what you want me to read. You want me to do this on Twitch or Kick as well? I've never heard of Kick unless that's short for something. Um uh all I have time for is YouTube. If I tried streaming on those other platforms as well, unless maybe, what I could do is if I had like two cameras, one streaming to YouTube, the other streaming to Twitch. I could do that, but if I was doing separate streams, there is no way. No possible way I could keep that going. Just doing the streams on here it's killer. It's killer. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I really need to get to a point where I'm only doing streams every other day. I had one streak. This was a couple weeks ago. I think I streamed like 10 days in a row, something like that. And man, I was burnt out. Little surprised because I wasn't just streaming for like 30 minutes or something. It was like, 3, 4 hours. Even some of them were 5 hours long. Pretty insane. You gotta get better at reading comments. To be honest with you, it's the one reason it's hard to keep up with comments is not necessarily because I can't keep up with them. Well, there's a couple reasons. If I'm actually going to tell you something that I'm actually thinking for myself, that I'm not good at just giving you my thoughts and reading the comments at the same time. Like if I try and do that, I'll lose my train of thought. There's that problem, and then also, you guys are referencing so many different things. Usually can't keep up with it. Because somebody will be referencing something I just said like a minute ago, then another person's like giving their own thoughts on something I said, and it's and then you guys don't even you're not even specific in what you're referring to. So yeah, it's a bit difficult. uh but yes, I should probably be better with it. But to be honest with you, this is why I say for anything, I'll start caring about all these things when YouTube starts caring about this channel. That's the trade-off, YouTube. You start caring about this channel, start promoting the videos, I'll put in more effort. But I mean, I put in a lot of effort, just didn't get much back from it. Other than just, interacting with people through the streams and all that great stuff. But honestly, half the people are rage baiters. I mean, I've done a good job of getting rid of those people, not because I actually hit them from the channel, but because I either ignored them or just like said something that made him feel stupid. So, uh, see, I'll tell you the problem with people who try to rage bait me. Here's the problem. They usually rage bait on a couple of things. It's usually, uh, you know, get a job, you lazy slob, or, uh, you know, your face looks horrible, you're ugly. They basically, it's usually things that are personal that they try and rage bait with, things that get under your skin. But to be honest with you, like I don't have I mean I do I know who I am and I understand myself pretty well. But at the same time, I still don't take myself super seriously. I think if any of you guys have watched any of these live streams long enough, uh, I've had streams. I did one a few days ago where it was just like sarcasm the entire stream. Like I was just joking around the entire stream. So sometimes I'm serious, sometimes it's sarcasm. You really have no idea. I honestly have no idea. It's just whatever I'm feeling like doing at the moment. But yeah, that's the problem with trying to rage bait somebody. If they don't take themselves too seriously, then they don't have any weapon they can use against you. That's why it's good advice for anybody to not take themselves too seriously. Because I mean, you do that in today's day and age, you're gonna get trounced. I mean, you're gonna get stomped all over, um, pretty easily, especially if you're on the internet. If you're doing your own YouTube channel or whatever social media you're up to, you're gonna get trounced if you take yourself too seriously. So it doesn't mean you need to hate yourself. You need to just be like I don't care about anything I do or anything like that. You don't have to go that extreme, but you gotta take yourself a little less seriously. Um, it's tough though because obviously you yourself is like the you you know you're the only one living your own life. So to you, obviously, your life just seems like way more important because that's the one you're living. But if you take it a little less seriously, then you can handle a lot more things that get thrown at you along the way. You gotta figure out what gets views. Offer 20 bucks to like what? Uh, Dude, if I gave out everybody 20 bucks just to hit the like button, you know how fast I'd run out of money? And maybe you didn't mean it that way, but that's the way it sounds like. Dude, I'm just at a point where it's like, I'm just gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do my live streams. I'm gonna do my videos. I'm gonna do it all the way I want to. And if it doesn't work out, well, oh well, I guess I'll never become successful on YouTube. I mean, at least you can say I tried. And I'm not gonna cave into having to do all these stupid requirements that YouTube has set up, or they basically scam you into certain things, you know. They make it intentionally hard for smaller YouTubers, not obviously because the bigger YouTubers, those YouTubers have quote unquote proven themselves. So now they have like a level of trust with YouTube to where no matter what they put out, YouTube will promote the video. That's why I think it's kind of stupid when people tell you if you want to make your videos do well, you have to do this, like all these different things. When in reality, um, YouTube YouTube knows what your videos are about, even if you're a smaller channel. Like if they look at your video, they'll figure it out. It's 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 not a matter of doing all these different things to make your videos do well. It's just a matter of whether YouTube is going to promote it or not. That's really it. I mean, obviously making better videos, keeping people's attention longer with your videos and stuff, that's all great. That will help. But in the end, it's really up to YouTube whether or not you'll be a successful channel. Because there's plenty of YouTube channels that, like, you know, you could have a bad YouTube channel, but if YouTube decides to promote it because it's like on a popular topic that people are searching up, it doesn't matter that much if the video is not very good. As long as they promote it, it'll get views, you know. YouTube could do whatever it wants. It could take like the worst video ever posted on YouTube. If they promote it, I mean, it's gonna do just fine. So I mean, it may not uh, keep people's attention for very long, but I'll rack up the views. So it's up to YouTube. I just do what I do, you know. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I think it's just best in life if you just you kind of just be satisfied with yourself. I have trouble with this all the time, just being satisfied with myself, just feel like I'm accomplishing enough. I don't know. I've always had like a competitive mentality my whole life. I played like baseball for a number of years, soccer, basketball, always been in the sports because I've always been a competitive person. Um, so I always kind of had that drive for me, but at some point you gotta realize, like, you know, like no matter how much you accomplish, you're still the same person. I've accomplished multiple different things that I'm proud of. I mean, it might not mean much to other people, but It means something to me, which I think that's good enough. Um, and and it just gets to a point where people are just doing so many things constantly, just constantly doing, and they never take time to figure out who they even are. you know, that's a big reason so many people have identity crisis these days. It's because you're always told you need to keep doing, gotta do this, gotta accomplish that, gotta do this. And it leaves no time for people to actually understand themselves. And then they just have like this, I don't know, I guess it happens, the midlife crisis or whatever. uh but people really get out of touch with themselves, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do anything, but it's a fine balance. Life is a fine balance of, sometimes you need to, you need to be driven to do certain things. You need to have the drive, and then there are times you kind of just gotta take a step back and look at what you've done. Because to be honest with you, the past few months, I've been off of work. I quit my job, and I've really kind of taken a back seat trying to figure out who I am so I don't end up having any of these midlife crises. And these live streams are a good way to figure that out. Also, I feel like I lost a part of myself that, like, when I was younger. Um I used to be a way more funny person who had a lot of energy, who just did whatever. Like, I mean, obviously I was a kid, I had more energy, let's just expect it. But even like as a teenager, like I didn't have that energy anymore. Um, but you just get so busy doing certain things over and over, and then you never take any time to figure out who you actually are. Just it's not gonna be good for you because I mean, I went straight from graduating high school straight into my full time job. Did that for over a year. Um, and it got to a point where I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know what the point of anything was. I just got up and went to work every day, 5 days a week, and then there's just the weekend, which is basically just lay on the couch and try and recover time. Because I mean, I worked a physically demanding job, so I would get home from work, I'd take a nap, then I eat food, then I go sleep. It was just rinse and repeat, and that's the way it is for most people. Rinse and repeat, do the same thing every day, and it's 10 times harder if you're working a job that you don't even like. So uh it just it gets to a point where you're just like, is this even worth it? Because what am I living for? The weekend? Like 2 days out of the week? 2 days out of the week where I'll basically just be a couch potato who can't do anything because I'm so exhausted from the 5 days of work. That's nothing to live for. So I'm hoping I like, obviously I'm gonna have to get a job, that's not exactly optional here. uh Especially in my YouTube channel. But if I can just get this YouTube channel be something I can make a little money off the side, so maybe I don't have to work quite as much, as far as my regular job, maybe work more like 4 days a week instead of five or something like that. Eventually get to that point. That's the goal. Um, I don't know, just you know, I think that's a big reason. I know sometimes I can be rude to the viewers and all that stuff. Uh, I can be sarcastic, but I really do understand the struggle other people are going with. That's why I really get upset. The people who can actually get under my skin are usually people who make general statements about you when they really don't know anything. The reason that gets under my skin usually, I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter, but sometimes it can bother me just because, um, you know, I understand myself. I feel like people who don't understand themselves, maybe they can have that just brush off of them easier, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers, guys. I don't have the answers. I know if you want to be popular on YouTube, you need to pretend like you have all the answers, and people look up these how-to videos on YouTube and try and figure out stuff, and these people just purposely give them the wrong answers, but they're pretending like they have the right answers, because you know, if you put out a video on YouTube that says I don't have any answers, but I'll just talk to you for a little bit, I don't think that's gonna do very well. Uh, get a bunch of new viewers from sweepstakes. Dude, I don't think I'm gonna do anything like that. I mean, I just get to a point where if it gets that bad, I mean, what's the point anymore? I don't think I'll ever stop doing this channel, even if I never made any money, just because when I started up, it wasn't to make money. It was just, make videos. Uh, the video game Super Smash Bros. Brawl that my channel is dedicated to. I really wanted to do a channel because nobody else had done one. There wasn't any videos on Brawl. And I know it's not popular, but it's something I care about. So hopefully it will at least. All I hope is that YouTube will eventually find more viewers that actually care about that type of stuff. They don't need highly entertaining videos that just dumb them down and make them lose IQ points every time they watch one of my videos. That's the problem with YouTube. It is mainly for entertainment, not for actually like using your brains while you're watching. Who would ever do that? Uh, my videos, I'll admit it, most of my videos are pretty boring. But it's more just for people who actually care about the game. Because if they care about the game, they'll like the videos. Trust me. Even if it's not, the most entertaining thing in the world. Who has the right answers? I don't think any human being has the right answers. If you want my honest opinion, no human being has all the answers. You can look at humans who have accomplished a lot in their life, but some of them just got lucky, like flat out. Some of them got lucky. Some of them did work hard toward what they went toward. But I feel like most people are working hard. I don't think this is a problem of people not working hard. It's just, some people gotta be at the top and some people gotta be at the bottom. And like, that's just the way it has to be. Because if you can't have everybody at the top, it just wouldn't function. So, yeah, I don't have any answers. And I don't think anybody has any answers either. If they pretend to, it's probably just something they figured out that works for themselves, but isn't necessarily going to work for everybody. Most people would just tell you, you get married, you have kids, you settle down, you get a nice house, you have a good paying job. That's the secret formula, right? But to be honest with you, I don't think that would make everybody happy. I know for me personally, at this point I have no desire to ever get married. Obviously, I want to get a house at some point. Cost of houses is crazy nowadays, but I don't want to have to resort to renting because then that's like a never-ending cycle. It's just a never-ending. You're on the hamster wheel and you can never get off. You'll just be renting the rest of your life. So just better never to get into it to begin with. But yeah, there's no set formula for life. It's just you just gotta roll with it, to be honest with you. It's really difficult for me in the sense that I'm not a major control freak, but I do like to control things to a certain extent. So I mean, there's just so many things in life that are gonna be out of your control. So that can bug me. Uh, you know, it's out of my control whether my hard these videos I work so hard on, if they do well or not. That's out of my control. I can obviously do things to try and tilt the scales in my favor, but it's not up to me at the end of the day. So that's the way it is with a lot of things in life. Uh, you can put the work in, but you're not guaranteed the result. Uh, that's is just very true for a lot of things. You put the work in. That's all you can do, and you just kind of gotta hope for the best. It can be really frustrating because you can spend a lot of years just working, and you don't see any results on whatever it is you're working toward. You might have certain goals or certain things you want to accomplish, but you may never get there. It's pretty sad. You would think we would be able to, but when there's 8 billion people on planet Earth, if you want something that a lot of other people want, slim chance. uh, yeah, you might get lucky, you might not. Uh, People do quite well with the same thing you're doing here, but they do it on Kick or Twitch. Yeah, but problem is if I stream on Twitch, that's not going to give me watch time for the YouTube channel. It's not going to contribute to the YouTube channel. It might give me more subscribers, more followers, but I'm really trying to get the channel monetized, and I got to get it through watch time. So if you want to help out the channel, just watch the videos. I don't even care if you hit the like button or ever subscribe to the thing. Just watching the videos. I mean, especially nowadays, that's a huge contributing factor into trying to help out channels because they really take watch time and average view duration for videos into they really take that as a major factor whether they'll promote the videos or not. Because trying to keep people's attention nowadays is pretty difficult. People nowadays have pretty much seen everything there is to see. You think of about anything, you've probably seen it on the internet before, you know. So when you got a dude like me who's just like randomly talking about random things, there's no set thing, and the camera's not moving around crazily. There's not a lot of things going on in the video. Most people aren't gonna watch that because they just don't. They don't even have the attention span anymore. And unfortunately, you can contribute part of that to. You can thank YouTube for part of that because YouTube just promotes videos that get good view duration, all that stuff. So people manipulated that and made their videos in the high entertainment, low quality. And by quality, I just mean you're not really learning anything. You're not really. It's not. If anything, these videos are making you dumber. Majority of videos on YouTube, they make you dumber. It's just a fact. Uh, they make you dumber. It doesn't make you think at all. I get it. There's definitely a place for highly entertaining videos where you don't think. I know that that's a great thing to have, but there's a lot of people who that's all they do, and then they can't use their brain at all. uh, but yeah, I mean, if you want to do well on YouTube, it's got to be high entertainment, low substance. Exactly. Uh, that's just what you have to do. I mean, unless YouTube eventually changes its standards to something where it changes the algorithm up and it doesn't reward that type of thing anymore, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. And I honestly don't think it ever will change because, I mean, number one thing YouTube is for is entertainment. But problem is that's all it's become. That's it. Like, there's not really much room on YouTube anymore for, videos for you to actually contemplate things, think about things. Informative videos, those are a thing of the past. I mean, there are some people who still do those type of videos, but they're not gonna get anywhere near the number of views or audiences people would just do highly entertaining videos. It's never gonna have the same appeal. Cactus Jack, to be honest with you, if nobody wants to watch my streams just because I don't validate them and read their chat, I really don't care. If you guys are only here because you don't care about anything that comes out of my mouth and you just want me to read whatever you put in the chat, I don't care if you ever watch one of my videos again. uh, it doesn't. I read the chat, guys, but as I told you, I'm not gonna. Uh, you think that might make it better. I've had streams. I had stream couple days ago where I just did read the chat like the whole live stream, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. If that's the only reason people are watching, then I really don't care because that doesn't mean anything. uh, I told you, Cactus Jack, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and we're just gonna keep trudging on. I could take a shortcut. I could pretend to be a person that I'm not. I could do that. I could have done that years ago. But problem with that, then if you start doing your videos with a fake persona, you fake it from the beginning, you're pigeon-held into that for the rest of the time you're on YouTube. You realize that, right? Um, if you are fake from the get-go with your YouTube channel, you'll always have to be that way, which I think that would be very draining to have to pretend to be a person that you're actually not just for the sake of getting more viewers and all that crap. Um, that would not be fulfilling or rewarding in any way. Even if the channel did better, I don't see how a person could actually get more enjoyment, could feel reward off of that if they had to sit down and be fake every time they did a stream, every time they did a video. I mean, there are people out there who do it, but I literally could not do it even if I wanted to, I don't think. I don't have the energy level to pretend to be anybody other than who I am. I get it. Most people want to just watch somebody on the internet who just uh, is basically just somebody. Man, what is the word for it? There's a word here. It's basically just a sweet talker. It's just somebody who says everything you want to hear. They say everything you want to hear. They they do their utmost to try and avoid anything slightly controversial. They'll like they'll just say generic things. It's really boring. I've seen it all the time. Especially like people who do reaction videos to movies. Those people, they just say I mean, it'd be so easy. All they do is they're like, wow, or whoa, oh my goodness. And it's like just that, like the whole time. It's like, so do you actually have any thoughts on the movie? And then if they actually do, they just pretend like they love the movie because they know the only people watching the video are people who also enjoy that movie. Like, you don't watch somebody react to a movie that you don't like. I mean, you don't usually do that. uh, so these people do movie reactions. Somehow they have a whole channel where they've reacted like thousands of movies, and somehow they loved each and every one of those movies. It's like, yeah, we know it's fake here, and I can't stand the fakeness because even if they say something real, even if they say something true, I don't know if it's true or not. I have a really hard time in life valuing fake people at all. Because if I don't know what you're saying is true or not ever, and I have to just play guessing games all the time, there's no point to it. Like, they could literally say something that's true, but I don't know if it's true or not. And I'm not going to play guessing games every time I'm around that person and try and guess. So, yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. You don't have to not be yourself. You just need to read more comments. Well, if I read more comments, that would not be being true to myself. Because if I just did what I wanted to do, uh, I would read some of the comments. I wouldn't completely ignore it because I do have curiosity about what people are putting in the chat. I mean, some of you guys' comments, I read them, I just don't acknowledge them. And I know that frustrates people because they just, you know, they need this constant validation. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can find other people's live streams if that's what you really want. Honestly, if you want my opinion on why the live streams don't do well, it's because I'm just a random dude who's talking into a phone camera. Quality's not great. Nothing about the stream's great, except people who actually want to hear another human being giving their genuine thoughts. And to be honest with you, it gets to a point where if people don't like that, if they don't want to sit down and listen to it, then my faith in humanity is down to zero. uh, at that point, I just wouldn't care because even if I had viewers, they wouldn't be people I'd want to associate with at all. I mean, I'm sure I have some viewers that like I would not uh, want to associate with at all, but um, it just gets to a point where you just have to like draw a line in the sand. It's just there's too many people on YouTube. They'll literally do anything just to get views, just to get a like, just to get this, just to get that. I know I complain about my stream a lot, so you guys uh might think that I'd be one of those people, but no, I just like complaining about it without taking these steps to fix it that I honestly don't think would be worth it for me. uh, we'll see how it goes. I'll just we'll just keep it going like this. See how much longer. Honestly, I do think I can get the channel monetized by like June or July, probably. At least from what I've seen, who knows? YouTube could do anything to mess that up. That's another thing. I'm not just gonna do whatever everybody else is doing. Because to be honest with you, that I don't think that will help in the long run. I think it'd be a short term type of thing. Honestly, obviously, I'd rather just do whatever I want to do. But, um, when you're just doing what everybody else is doing, what makes you any different? What makes you stand out as a YouTuber if you just do what everybody else is doing? Unfortunately, the algorithm does reward people for like copying other people's YouTube ideas. I've seen this multiple times. People will just blatantly like copy another person's entire video idea and like the exact same title, exact same type of thumbnail, except the only difference is it's a different person doing the video. But the actual video is really no different. There's no new ideas. There's nothing. The substance is the same. The person is different. That's it. And unfortunately, YouTube rewards that because they see that somebody's video did well on that certain topic, even, and then another person does the same thing. They're like, well, that video did well. We'll promote this one as well. So they basically reward these people for copying other people's video ideas. Basically, YouTube does not promote creativity. They just don't. You do something out of the ordinary that other people aren't doing, they're not going to promote that because they view that as being like dangerous because uh it's out of the ordinary and they don't know if that video idea is really what people want to watch or not. So they're not even going to give it a chance until until like one of the bigger YouTubers does something on that subject, then they'll maybe give one of the smaller YouTubers a chance. uh Good. We got our first rage baiter, and man, that was the longest live stream I went without getting a rage baiter in here. Thank you. Please keep the comments up. It might help the stream out a bit. If you're smart, why are you pouring alone? Well, you're assuming an awful lot. uh Never said I was either of those things, man. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of stupid. YouTube pretends like they encourage creativity, but they don't. Uh, they encourage people copying other people's video ideas because they know the one video works, so let's just promote any other video does the exact same thing, and that's just it's stupid because even the people who benefit off of being lazy, copying other people's ideas, they're not being true to themselves. They're not doing videos on what they actually want to do. They're just doing it on what they know is going to get the most views, which is very, very draining to keep doing. Keep putting. It's no different than if you're working a job you don't like. It's no different than that. It's very draining and it doesn't matter. It doesn't it's no different than YouTube if you're putting up videos you didn't really like, but you knew they were gonna do better than if you did videos that you actually cared about, topics you actually wanted to go over. So it's really no different in that regard. So pretty terrible. But that's a reality we live in. Creativity, especially in the United States, is just non-existent anymore. We do the same things over and over again, and it also gets more hard. It also gets harder to be creative just for the fact that there's been, tons, hundreds of years of people doing things already that they already came up with. So you can't just, you can't create that. So you're more limited in what you can create. Anyway, guys, it is 3 in the morning. I need to take a drive. I will live stream while driving. It's gonna be pretty risky. Now I've got one of those GPS phone holders. Just hold your phone on. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be holding my phone in one hand and the other hand on the steering wheel. That would be pretty dangerous. That doesn't sound very safe. It's very safe. I've already done it before. I won't be reading the live chat while I'm driving. Okay, that would be dangerous. I'm not even going to be looking at the camera. It's basically the camera's going to be set up. You'll be looking at me and I'll be talking, but I won't be looking at the camera or the chat. So if you're one of those people who's only on the live stream because you want me to read their live chat, it's not going to happen, brother. I like to do driving live streams because it gives you like, I don't know, it's just different. It's just different than sitting down on one of these stupid couches for 10 hours straight and just nothing changing. I gotta leave before I get too tired because I don't want to drive when I'm exhausted. That would probably not be good. Anyway, that one guy who wanted me, he told me in the live chat earlier, he wanted me to go outside and touch grass. But I'm pretty sure he left the live stream, so now I don't have to do that. Whoa. Gotta get this crap situated. Give me a second. What are we doing? All right. Oh, man. Time to go for a drive. Who banned you? Getting banned off live stream? Oh, sorry guys for the horrible camera. I'm gonna set the camera in here and then I'll be right back in like a couple minutes. All right. Time to go down to one viewer. You gotta be kidding me. Let's get this show on the road. Literally. I just got this light on in the car. Hopefully that's enough lighting. I'll just be talking and driving at the same time. No big deal. I've driven this way like at least 1,000 times. I could probably do it blindfolded, but for the sake of the video, I will not do it blindfolded. That'd be pretty amazing. Live streaming while driving blindfolded. That might actually be something people would want to watch. Currently driving at 3 in the morning. This is like the Sorry, the live stream just disconnected temporarily. It was because I was connected to the Wi-Fi at the house. Since I was leaving the house, it obviously lost connection. Gotta put on old mobile data. Probably live streaming while driving during the day is probably better for the streams, because then you can get a nice background view of through the windshield, the rear windshield, but can't see too much back there in the dark. Except maybe some flashing lights when I get pulled over for live streaming. That'd be crazy if they pulled me over for live streaming. Not like you could even tell though. Probably just think I'm using my GPS. Plus, I don't know what policemen are out at 3 in the morning. I'm sure there might be some somewhere, but I doubt we're gonna run into any. Not like I'm really concerned about that. Big pothole right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get home and then I don't know if how long I'll live stream after that. Probably not long. This live stream is tanking as usual. I'm not surprised though. Live streaming on Friday nights, Saturday nights. I mean, I guess technically it's Sunday now, but it usually live streaming the Friday night, Saturday nights, like there's like no point. If you're a smaller YouTube channel, they're not gonna show it because there's a million other people streaming. Whoa, I just passed my first vehicle. I didn't know if we would even pass any this early on. I could probably count how many vehicles we're going to end up passing. Because it's not going to be very many. Not at 3 in the morning. You know, it'd be a great live stream is if you ever went on like a long road trip. Just live stream the whole time. It'd honestly be a good idea because it gives you a way of passing the time by. Down to 0 viewers. That's peak right there. Oh no, we're back up to 1 viewer. Get out of here. I think we're gonna crash here, guys. Wouldn't it be great? I'm hoping that one day when I've done enough of these, if I ever get into a car crash, if it ever happens, I hope that I'm live streaming when it happens. Because I don't know if anybody else has ever crashed on live stream before. That'd be a pretty rare accomplishment. If there has been, there can't have been many people. But yeah, if anybody's even watching right now, apparently there's 4 people. I will not be reading the live chat because I don't exactly want to take my eyes off the road for a very long period of time. I could probably get away with it, but there's not much point in risking it. It's so great driving at 3 in the morning. There's literally nobody out here. I'll get to go through these traffic lights that I usually have to wait at for like a couple minutes at least. There's this one stretch where there's like 5 or 6 traffic lights in a row. I should be able to get right through all of them. Hopefully we don't run into any deer in this area. There are some deer around here, so we gotta be careful. It's a bit foggy out. Not too bad though. Probably by the morning time it'll be really foggy out here. I apologize if my voice is cutting in and out. I assume that's probably gonna happen because I'm just running this stream off of the data. Obviously, there ain't exactly no Wi-Fi out here in the wilderness. But yeah, it's gonna tend to cut out more. That's just one of the hazards of live streaming while driving. Yeah, if I crash, I'm an idiot, because there's like, I've got the whole road to myself. I can literally just drive out in the middle of the road, take up both lanes, because there isn't nobody out here. I mean, I am on the back roads right now. But so far, I've only seen one vehicle, and it didn't even pass me by. It was just, it looked like it was just like waiting at a stop sign. The nice thing though about doing these live streams while I'm driving at night is you don't have to worry about the sunlight making the lighting bad. Because I did a driving live stream during the daytime, and you know, sometimes the lighting was okay, and then other times the sun would be insanely beaming down on me, and then the lighting was terrible. It's pretty crazy how 3, 4 in the morning, there's like nobody up. That's like about the guaranteed time where nobody's up. Because there's some people who wake up early, like 5 in the morning, and then there's some people who go to sleep late, like 2 or 3. But not usually anybody up about 4 in the morning. That's like about the guaranteed time where there's like nobody. It's a bit of a bumpy ride. Let's calm down. Yeah, this road I'm on, it's just up and down the hills over and over. Gotta love those roads. Gotta love it. It's crazy. There's literally nobody out here. It's so great. Most people never even get to experience this because they have to operate on a normal schedule. But my sleep schedule's like all over the place. Sometimes I'm awake at night, sometimes a day. You never know. Oh, there's a car. There we go, guys. I saw the second car. So far in the span of like 10-15 minutes of driving, I've seen 2 vehicles. Alright, now we're on a main stretch of road here. We should pass at least a couple people, I would think. It's a nice stretch here. You can, this isn't the highway, but you can ramp it up to about 60. It's 55 speed limit. When I get to the house, I've got some stuff I need to unpack. At least I need to get out of the car and into the house. After that, though, I should be able to talk and catch up with you guys' comments in the live chat. I'll try and catch up with the ones that were put in the live chat while I've been driving here. Yeah, I've still only seen 2 vehicles. This is like the perfect time if you just want the whole road for yourself. 2 vehicles. It's crazy. During the daytime, this road I'm on right now usually has non-stop vehicles back and forth. The only thing we really have to be concerned about is whether a deer runs out in front of me or something. That'd be about it. I do live out in the country. I do not live in a major city, so gotta be watching out for deers and other animals that just randomly decide to run across the road right in front of your vehicle. Animals are really dumb. Really dumb. I don't know. You know, it's crazy, guys. I always see roadkill all the time, but I never see the people who clean it up, like, ever. Because I know there's people who clean it up, but I've never seen it. They must do it, like, really quickly. This is a nice spot right here where you gotta be careful. The speed limit changes from 55 to 40. And the cops will purposely sit at that one building over here, try and catch people who don't slow down in time. Yeah, they'll pull some shenanigans like that. Still only seen 2 vehicles. We're going through our first traffic light. This area is really busy during the day. So coming through here at like 3, 4 in the morning, nobody here, it's just crazy. It's really weird. Oh, there's a vehicle. All right, we got our third vehicle. Man, everything's just dead. It's like living in a ghost town. I'm just gonna breeze through all these traffic lights. Oh, here comes the fourth vehicle. Comment in the live chat whether you think there'll be less than 10 vehicles I see the whole way. I'm gonna be driving for about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna guess probably 7 or 8 more, I would say. Well, 7 or 8 in total, not 7 or 8 more. Could even be less than that. Who knows? Going under a tunnel right here. That tunnel is actually a train goes on top of the tunnel. Usually it's the other way around. The cars go on top, train goes under. Not the case with that one. Man, this is nice and relaxing. This trip usually takes me like 25 minutes. We're gonna make this in like 20. Trim a good 5 minutes off because it didn't have to wait at any of the traffic lights. I've literally just been on cruise control, like, pretty much the whole time. There's like nothing, there's nothing to stop for. I'm not coming on any stop signs, it's just traffic lights. I've never seen it this empty before, but I don't usually drive at 3 or 4 in the morning, so that shouldn't be much of a surprise. Now we're going on top of a bridge. This one goes right over the highway. If I make it through this traffic light up here, I will successfully have gone through all 6 traffic lights without stopping, which I don't think I've ever done it before. I think I got through like 4 or 5. Never all 6. Well, we just did it. Then again, I never came through here at 3 or 4 in the morning, so it was a surprise. Ugh. This is really relaxing. I could almost fall asleep if it weren't for the fact that I was driving right now. Driving's like 10 times easier when there are no other cars on the road. You don't have to stop for traffic lights. You don't have to watch. You don't have to be sitting behind grandma going 10 miles an hour. It's just great. I usually like to be up at night more than the day. I do need to change it every now and again, because if you're consistently only up at night and never the day, then you kind of forget that there's other human beings on Earth. I was up consistently at nighttime for a week or two, and it was really weird, because I felt like I was the only human on Earth, because even like my family, they weren't even up, so there's like nobody else up unless they're like going to work or something. Because there's not really hardly anybody who just stays up during the night, sleeps during the day on purpose. They usually only do it if they have to for their jobs. Still, I've only seen 4 vehicles. Can you believe that? I'm not counting the cars I saw driving on the highway. Counting the cars I see on the road I'm on. Man, it may only be 4. If I don't see anybody here soon, I'm probably not going to see anybody, because once I make this left turn up here, this is going to be all back roads to the end. Yeah, I think that... Oh, we got a vehicle coming. Alright, that's 5. Alright, that's probably going to be it. I'm surprised. This is not like one of the main roads here. I don't know why I always do that. Anytime I make a turn, apparently I just need to make like a sound effect every time I turn. So if you guys hear me grunting, you know the vehicle just turned onto another road. So weird how how people have habits like that, and they don't even realize it until you do live streams like this, and then you're actually conscious of what you're doing. Hitting all the potholes. Let's play a game called Let's See How Many Manholes We Can Run Over Here. I mean, I know all the manholes on this street, so if I wanted to hit all of them, we could, but camera's gonna be shaking a lot. There we go. I just hit 2 in a row. Did you feel that one? Alright, I have arrived at my destination. I saw a total of 5 vehicles. My goodness. Well, I don't even think I can get in the garage. That would be too tight. Anyway. I'm gonna back up here a minute. Alright. Good enough. 5 vehicles on well, it was like a 20-minute drive. It's normally usually about a 30-minute drive. But man, that was the quickest trip I ever made going that route. 3:30 in the morning. If you guys ever wanted to figure out what time it's you're gonna get the... It's crazy. It's fun though. It was a good drive. You know, I'm a man of simple taste. I'm gonna have to get some stuff out of my vehicle before I can't do it. So I'll just have to minutes. All right, there we go. I gotta go get the stuff out of the vehicle. Then I'll be back. Ugh. All right, I gotta get some stuff out of the vehicle and I'll be back. Give me a minute. actually waited for me. I'm surprised. I expected there to be nobody. What's going on? I'm gonna try and catch up with the live chat for those. Is anybody watching right now who was watching when I was driving? If not, then I'll save myself some time and not go back and read the chat. Going to McDonald's at 3 in the morning? I don't think so. I was catching up on the live chat there. Didn't look like too much was said while the driving was going on. That was a good time. Man, it is hot in this house. I can already feel it. Those of you who know about my skin condition know that's not a very good thing. Hopefully I don't have any problems here. But yeah, I'm telling you. Let me see if I can go turn down the thermostat a bit. Okay. It's actually lower than I thought. Sorry, I'm just looking for something. Sorry, guys. I know you've been waiting patiently. Just checking. What is this? Some weird things going on in this house. Getting a little concerned here. What is all this? That stinks. Not what I wanted there. Anyway. Alright, guys, let me go out here a second. Stream in here a bit. Yeah, I just heard a weird noise out here. Come out with your hands up. Something seems off right now. I think we've been burglarized. Either that or a lot of things happened while I was gone that I was not made aware of. Ugh. Alright, I will put the camera down. We will talk for a little bit. I owe those of you who stayed through the live stream for this long, I owe you some time. All right. been listening to you while you cleaned your room. I didn't think people clean their room anymore. You actually clean your room? Man, you're a lot more ambitious than I am. Thoughts on NASA moon mission? I think somebody asked me that before. Maybe it was you. But I honestly have no opinions because I didn't know anything about it until somebody said something in one of my live chats. As you guys can tell, I really keep up to date on current events. I mean, I assume it's a current event. You could be just making it up and I'd have no idea. 7.5 vehicles? How is that even possible? Sorry, I'm reading some of the old chat. Love to see a stream outside. It's tough to stream outside because here's the problem. You stream outside at night and then you can't hardly see it. You can't even see me. You stream outside during the day and then the sunlight, you have to find the right area for the lighting. You probably got to do it on an overcast day where it's, cloudy and you don't have to worry about the sun beaming down, but it's still bright out. I'd have to do it on a cloudy day if I go outside. But honestly, I don't even think I would like outside live streams that much. Because even if you're watching it, the background, I mean, you can see some stuff in the background, but I don't really like the shaky camera that much. I mean, I guess my camera was probably pretty shaky in the car, but that was only because the car was shaking. That shook the camera, or whenever I would run over one of those manholes. They went around the moon and back, allegedly. They've never done that before? I don't know. I don't keep up on space missions and such. You would think so, because my mind is usually off in space, but for some reason I just haven't ever gotten into it. Man, I hope. I do think I'll try and live stream tomorrow. Well, tomorrow night. Probably, I guess it'd be tonight, because it's early morning right now. But I'll try and live stream, but I can't guarantee how long I'll live stream for, because I don't know. It's just I really don't know anymore. So who knows what you're gonna get with us? Who knows? It was a good live stream. This is about how long I would normally want to do my live streams. About 2 hours long. That's a good time. Uh, the only time I do more than 2 hours is if like we're getting more people in than usual, or maybe I've just randomly got a lot of energy, which that usually doesn't happen. But yeah, one guy thought I was going to McDonald's at 3 in the morning. That'd be quite the sad life, going to McDonald's at 3 in the morning. Pretty sad. What's funny is that person's account name who said that was Go to Heaven. That is interesting. That is very interesting. They associating McDonald's as heaven. Yeah, that would be pretty sad. Imagine the afterlife. The afterlife, you die and then you just wake up at McDonald's. You know how disappointed that would be? How disappointing that would be? Like, you're expecting to, wake up in paradise, Why am I at McDonald's? uh, that is so funny. That is a thought every time, all the time that runs through my head. The moment I die, and then the moment I wake up. You don't stream gaming ever? I have. It's just been a while. Uh, I just do these vertical live streams more than the horizontal live streams because the horizontal live streams, like, nobody watches those unless it's just your subscribers because they don't put it through any type of feed. It's just your subscribers. And when you've got, I mean, I've got over 1,000 subs, but only like 0.001% of them are going to actually watch. So that's only like a couple of people. I mean, right now, this live stream's only a couple of people. But these vertical live streams usually do better than this. It's just on the weekends they don't do as good. It's just kind of expected. Where'd I go? I went to heaven. Your account name, go to heaven. I went to heaven. I am now in paradise. Who knew that you had to drive there? I thought you went there after you died. Apparently not. Yeah, I definitely went to McDonald's at 3 in the morning, though. You see vertical gaming streams. I don't know how I would do it, though, because I would only play Super Smash Bros. Brawl as the game, and I don't know how you would do that vertically unless you can play it on your phone, which, again, playing on my phone and actually playing it the way I usually play it with a controller and on my system or on Dolphin emulator, it'd be vastly different. And at that point, it just wouldn't be worth it. But it was a good guess, though. Guess I'm going to McDonald's. Does anybody actually go to McDonald's at 3 in the morning? Because that would be crazy. I'm sure somebody does it. But yeah, I drove for 20 minutes, and part of it was on a main road, a main area where it's usually very busy, but with it being 3 in the morning, I only saw 5 cars the whole time, the whole drive, the whole 20-minute drive. So, if you guys get sick of driving and all the traffic wherever you're at, just try and find a job where you can work at you have to go work at 3 in the morning. Because on the way to work, you won't hardly see anybody. I mean, maybe if you're in a major city, yeah, you probably got a decent amount of vehicles still, even at 3 in the morning. But, I'm just out in the country, so there's nobody. So you go to McDonald's at 3 in the morning? That's wild. Only Smash game that will work vertical streaming would be the 3DS. Yeah, probably. Be the only thing small enough to fit. uh, yeah, I mean, if I wanted to come up with stuff for these vertical live streams, it's not like I can't do anything. I honestly just prefer to just talk and do nothing, to be honest with you. uh, this is high quality entertainment, just talking to a camera. I told some of the people earlier, I don't know if it was you guys or not, but I did order a microphone. So I figure if I'm going to be talking all the time, at least we can get some better quality sound. Because I have gone back and listened to some of these live streams. I'm like, yeah, sound quality not so good. I mean, camera quality is not that good either, but I can deal with the camera quality. The sound quality, kind of need that to be better when I'm talking like the entire stream, you know. That would probably be preferable. Your nearest McDonald's is 2 hours away? Whoa. That's surprising. You must be out in the middle of nowhere. You live out in the desert or something? Hello, hello. Sorry, I did not say hi to you. I'm a horrible human being, I know, right? I don't say hello to every random person that hops on the stream. I'm a terrible human being. Must get on my hands and knees. Oh, you're from Canada. They not have McDonald's in Canada? What? I mean, they probably don't have as much as McDonald's as the United States. I mean, you go anywhere in the United States, you can find, you can find a McDonald's anywhere, but I think I'm gonna move out of the US. I get older. You know where I'm gonna move to? I think I'm gonna move to Antarctica. I've heard the weather down there is really nice. Imagine actually wanting, it'd be like, if somebody's gonna go to all the trouble to move to another country, I think we could probably pick something a little better than Antarctica. Now watch somebody in the live chat pretend they're from Antarctica. This is what everybody does. I say something negative towards something, and then they pretend like they actually live at that place or they do that certain thing that I was just negative about. Live chat people like do that all the time. What do I do during the day? I sleep. We sleep during the day, wake all night. No, it's weird, but my schedule is I cannot stay on a fixed schedule. My schedule progresses an hour or at least a half hour every day, so because I have a hard time getting to sleep. So it usually takes me like an hour longer to get to sleep every day. So then I also end up waking up an hour later, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. So you don't work? What do you call this? No. I quit my regular job because this YouTube channel's been pulling me in so much money, I don't even have to work a regular job anymore, man. Me driving on these live streams for 2 or 3 viewers, man, I've been racking up so much money just doing these live streams where I'm driving at 3 in the morning. uh, 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 Brian, I'm not really sure what that means. Can you elaborate? I'm sorry, guys. There's some things you guys say, and that just looks like a foreign language to me, so you're gonna have to put it in layman terms. My vocabulary is good, bad, nice, not nice. Yeah, that's my vocabulary. Though there are some people who are like that. Not in education, employment, or training. You would be correct. Yes, I am not in any of those. I mean, I educate myself. Does that count? Uh, it's not very good education. I completed my education. 13 years of school was enough for me. No reason to go to college just to throw my money away. Hey, buddy, are you having a good day? I was having a good day up until the point you called me buddy, and then it was just, it was all downhill from there. uh, honestly, you say you're from the United Kingdom. I feel like probably most of the people watching me right now are not from the US because there's not many people who are awake right now in the US. Definitely not the East Coast, I can tell you that one. I don't know. I'm being serious though. I just when anybody says the word buddy and I just get like chills down my spine. It's like cringy. Even when they're not saying it to me, even if I hear somebody else call somebody else buddy, it's just like, please stop. Certain words just don't have a good effect on me. Uh, Must hate the movie Elf. Yeah, I only watched it one time. Yeah, I know the main character's name is Buddy. I only watched it one time, and honestly, I don't know. I should probably watch it again and give it another chance because I watched it when I was younger, so probably some of the jokes flew over my head. I don't really remember that much of it. Except there's a man child who's apparently dressed up as an elf. Really big dude played by Will Ferrell, I think his name is. They use the word buddy a lot in Canada. Thank you for giving me the heads up. Now I know never to move to Canada. Honestly, I don't hear the word buddy used very much, but when it is used, it's not good. I'm happy that's one of the few words that, at least in normal day to day life, I don't hear it very much. What's wrong with the word? I mean, technically, there's nothing wrong with the word. It just, to me, I just don't like it. It just, it's a me thing. It's not necessarily that there's something wrong with it. It's just I don't like it. That's it. I don't have any reason for it. Just I don't know. Part of the reason, I guess, if I was gonna give a reason for it, is to me it sounds well. It sounds kind of stupid. And it also sounds kind of demeaning to say call somebody buddy. I know it wasn't meant to be like that. It's supposed to be like a friendly term, but it's like when somebody says, "Don't you understand me, buddy?" And then they throw that buddy in at the end, and just like that just made it 10 times worse. It was like the statement wasn't that bad. They're like, "Don't you get what I'm telling you right now, buddy? Do you need some help there, buddy?" It was fine up until the point that they said buddy. And that was just like, yeah, it's just very demeaning. I just don't like it. I mean, it wasn't meant to be demeaning, but people took it that way. Uh, do I listen to rap? How am I supposed to know? uh, Unless you meant, do you listen to rap? Which, no, I do not. I think you might be overthinking. I mean, that's kind of what I do. My personality type is thinking. So if I were to stop thinking, I would cease being a human being. So I'm probably not going to be able to do that. But at the same time, even if I wasn't overthinking it, I still wouldn't like it because anytime somebody says the word buddy, It's just like cringy. It's just cringy. It just has that natural cringe to it. So even if I'm not thinking about it, it will still bother me. Where am I from? I'm from Transylvania. My name is Count Dracula. That's why I stay awake at 3 in the morning. I'm awake at 4 in the morning. It's because I come out of my coffin at nighttime, and then I sleep in my coffin during the day. In case you guys don't know how it works for vampires. 412. What do you know about that? Sorry, guys. I know there aren't many people live streaming right now. You're kind of just stuck with this crap. I apologize. You really, if you want to do well with YouTube live streams, you really have to do well in the first like 10, 20 minutes. Because if you can't do it at that point, your live stream's toast from there on out. So, just a word of advice. Don't talk yourself down. Pizza on pizza. You were on one of these other live streams because I remember referencing Toby Maguire. Pizza time. Your crap is my favorite kind. I mean, I know there's people out there who would enjoy this. I mean, there's people out there who would enjoy about anything, so it's only a matter of finding those people, which that's actually kind of the problem, because most people aren't like that. Oh no, did Scott say hello? Scott, I'm so sorry. I love how the first thing you didn't even say anything. You're just like, don't ignore me. I didn't reply to you within 5 seconds. I'm so sorry. Yes, Bully Maguire. Toby Maguire is so great. I really wish he did more movies. Because, like, man, he just... And a lot of the movies he got, it just wasn't... It wasn't up to his level. The Nike slogan. I remember I said something about the Nike slogan. What was it? I don't know if that's what you're referencing or not. Oh, yeah, somebody said just quit. They told me to just quit the channel. I was like, let's change the Nike slogan from just do it to just quit. Excellent life advice. Just quit. Just quit. I'm your best friend? Then why are you yelling at me or respond to you immediately? I feel sorry for anybody who I'm their best friend. If I'm your best friend, you need to go find some more friends. I know I'm being negative toward myself, but it's actually kind of fun to do that. Man, the lighting in here is crap. Can we do a little better here? I just needed your attention. Well, within the first 5 seconds. I would have replied to you, Scott. You know that. You're not like one of those people who spams the same thing over and over again who I just ignore. The people who spam all the time, I will purposely ignore their chat. So, just a heads up. If you ever want me to read your chat, don't spam it. Maybe if I didn't read it and put it in again like 5 or 10 minutes later, but not like 100 times over and over. Never do today what you can put off until tomorrow. That's great advice, Brian. Uh, Honestly, there's no set thing. That's the annoying thing. So many people make videos on YouTube. They pretend like you do this, you do that. They have all the answers. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it's better to put off something until tomorrow. Like there are circumstances where some things are better to do the next day than they are today. And then there's other circumstances when they're better to do today than tomorrow. That's the problem with life. That's the problem with life. There's no right answers. You can't just do this and do that and suddenly your life is perfect. It's a constant guessing game, and it'll just wear you down because you can't just having to try and keep guessing what you should do, and then you do this, and then maybe I should do this today, maybe I should do it tomorrow, maybe it'll wear you out. Never die with all your bills paid. Brian, you need to start up your own channel. I would love to watch somebody who did YouTube videos giving that type of advice and be right up my alley. uh, I mean, at this point, I feel like most people who do die without paying their bills. In today's economy, I don't think many people are paying off all their bills. I mean, like putting a payment down on a house, you'll be paying that off the rest of your life. I mean, you get roped into this stuff, these debts you have to pay off just so you can be a wage slave your whole life. Because you can't ever take a break, you can't ever stop because you still got things you need to be paying for. And it just never ends. Well, guys, I hope I gave you your extra time here at the end of the stream. I didn't want to just turn off the stream after I was driving because, I couldn't read the chat and drive at the same time. Be a bit dangerous. And so I wanted to give you guys a chance to get in here and we can interact, do all that fun stuff. I do want to live stream. I got to do a good live stream here soon. This is like my 3rd day in a row of crap live streams. So I'm going to bring it the next time I live stream. And when I say I'm going to bring it, we're going to be going wild. Maybe it'll be a entire live stream of sarcasm. Maybe it'll be an entire live stream of me ranting about things I've already ranted about 100 times before. But I'm gonna mentally, before I do the next live stream, I'm gonna mentally prepare myself. Because if I really have, it's really annoying with these live streams because with most of the things I do, my daily tasks in life and stuff, I don't have to prepare myself for it. I just go and do it. But these live streams, I mean, I don't prepare for it usually, in the sense I don't prepare what I'm going to talk about or anything like that, because then it doesn't seem as natural. But I need to prepare myself in the sense that I've got to get ready to get the energy up and all that stuff. So get my brain fine-tuned to be thinking about some interesting stuff to talk about. So I will try my best next live stream, because past few live streams, I can't say it was my best. I mean, I'm only working with so much right here, I was only given so much to work with, guys. Give me a little grace here. Uh, I was only blessed with this body that like has about 2 hours of max energy per day, and if I get any more than that, I have to force myself to like pump myself up. It's like when you have to prepare yourself before like a sports game or like some kind of event, and you gotta like pump yourself up before the game. I gotta do that with these live streams. I gotta get myself in the right mind state and have the energy flowing. I think I'm more entertaining than the last guy. What, the last guy you're just watching streaming? uh, I mean, there's only so much entertainment I can bring when I'm just talking, you know. I do my best with my limited resources here, but hey, I bought a microphone, guys. At least that tells you I somewhat care about the quality of these live streams. Somewhat, a little bit. Uh, yeah, I got a microphone. The audio quality should be great. I'll test it out whenever I get it. As soon as I get it, I'll have a microphone. Then the audio quality won't be horrendous because this is literally just the microphone on the phone. That's it. Not very good. Scott wanted me to give him his attention, and then he left the stream. Did you leave the stream, Scott? I've known a couple Scotts in real life. So it is a name I'm actually familiar with. Most of the names you guys have for your account names, I mean, some of them obviously aren't your actual names, but even some of the people actually put in their real names for their account names, like some of these names are like, whoa, what is this? My personal favorite was Jimothy. Guy's name was Jimothy. Well, it wasn't his real life name. It was his account name, but it was pretty fun. That'd be a great name. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna try and survive. Uh, that's my number one goal for the rest of my life. Survive. Because thriving is not an option in today's world. It's just survive. So we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, yeah, your profile is your legal name and face. You said you got that off of the Peach Tournament video, right? I think you and then another person used what took my face and put it as their profile picture. But you guys always use the ones where I'm in front of a green screen. You need to pull one off of the live streams. You'll probably get a better picture. The green screens, those ones don't look very good, but I'm charismatic. Some older guys are bitter on here, killing time. I mean, when I get older, I can only imagine how bitter I'm gonna be. I mean, to be honest with you, maybe I won't be as bitter as some people because I think I kind of reached it early. So maybe when I get older, I'll be the exact opposite, and I'll just be like happy all the time and not caring. I mean, I'm not caring right now about many things, but I can't say I'm happy all the time. uh, don't you love it though? In life, I saw this. This was a comment or something in a video that I thought was like very true. It's really weird how it's apparently normal for people think it's normal to be happy all the time. Like, that's not normal. There's people who treat life like you're supposed to be happy all the time. And while that would be nice, that's literally not possible because just the way your body functions, uh, just the way you function as a human being, You're not supposed to be happy all the time. I think a lot of people get their systems messed up with watching all these videos on YouTube and stuff. They're getting so many dopamine hits all the time that they think that's what it's supposed to be like every day of life. But hate to break it to you, that's not how it works. uh, You could change one of your alternate accounts to one of your stream faces. Yeah, I'm amazed anybody would want to put my face on any of their on any of their accounts. If you want to do it, I can't stop you, but it's a little weird. I mean, I assume you only did it because you wanted me to recognize the fact that you did it by putting it in the live chat, so I would find it funny. Because I can't imagine anybody who actually would want that. You just focus on eating and forget everything else. Yeah, food is great, isn't it, guys? Can we just like give a round of applause to food? Because when you get older, food is like all you can hang on to. There's hard when you get older, like I'm not even that old, but you know, the older I get, the more things just don't matter to you anymore. But the one consistent thing that always makes me happy is eating food. Like I understand why everybody is obese these days. It's because they realize, wow, nothing in this life makes you happy except really down in the hot dogs. uh, Man, food's like just. I sure hope that never changes because food is like all I'm holding on to anymore. It's just food. You just copied the other guy who did it? Oh, okay. So you didn't actually come up with the idea to put my face on for yourself? Come on now. You would be perfect on YouTube. To do your own channel because half the people who run YouTube channels they just copy other people's ideas. So the algorithm does not encourage originality. You're only allowed to be creative and come up with your own ideas once you have like over 10,000 subs at least. Because when you're a smaller YouTube channel, if you want to grow, you just got to copy and paste what everybody else does. Which is why my channel hasn't grown very much over the past 3 years. Because I don't just copy and paste what everybody else does. You eat every day? Yeah, preferably I would eat every day. You gotta love that one thing where people are like, "Oh, you're not allowed to waste your food because, you know, there are people starving in other countries." It's like, well, those people don't get to eat the food I'm wasting, whether if I waste it, you know? It's like, whether I waste my food or not, those people are still gonna be hungry and still not eating. Like, it doesn't make any difference. uh, but it's just like one of those fear factors. That's the number one manipulation. The number one way people are manipulated is through fear. Fear mongering, try and make you fear something, get you to do what they want you to do. That's what the society does. They try and scare you into doing whatever they want you to do. You have a channel where you upload other people's content? Surprised YouTube didn't strike you for that. I mean, if it's a small channel and nobody watches the videos, you can probably get away with it. But I understand why you would do that because, yeah, there's some YouTube videos I've really enjoyed in the past, but then the person took the video down, so then I never get to watch it again. He keeps ignoring me, my broken heart. Did I ignore you? If I ignored you, I don't think it was intentional. You only said one thing. That's hardly constitutes as ignoring you. If you say like 5 to 10 comments and I don't say anything to any of them, and they're all different comments, not just the same thing, then you can say I'm ignoring you. Sometimes you fast just to have something to look forward to. That's pretty sad, but I understand. Almost is the way life is. You have so many of these, you have so many of these things you take for granted, and then you don't appreciate them until they're gone, or you have to go a long time without it. I remember this is probably a stupid example, but I remember I went on my junior senior trip. Um, and there were a couple of things I missed. One, I played Super Smash Bros. All the time, and then there was no way of me playing on the trip, so I had to go a week without it. So when I got back to play, I really was looking forward to it. But another thing, this is one big reason I don't like being around other people a lot, um, is because I feel trapped. Because there's a freedom you feel when you're by yourself. At least I do. And then when you're around other people, you feel like you're kind of cornered. And there's certain things eh, when you're by yourself and you need to go do something, you just go and do it. When you're around other people, you have to tell everyone, hey, I'm going off to such and such. I'll be right back. And there's all these hoops you have to jump through, all these stupid things you have to do when you're around other people that you would never have to do by yourself. You don't have to tell yourself, hey, I'm going over here, just letting you know. But when you're around other people, you got to constantly tell them what you're doing. And if you just do something by yourself, they're like, whoa, 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 why'd you not tell me about that? Uh, it's little things like that. There's so many other things I can mention, but little things like that, why I cannot stand being around other people for a long period of time. Couple hours here and there, I've got no problem with that. But when you're spending days, weeks with these people, and you gotta keep telling them everything that's going on, and you can't just go off and do whatever you want. It's just feel trapped. Dude, how old are you? You want to guess? I always ask people, when people ask how old I am, I always ask them to guess because I think it's pretty funny to see how wrong people are when they guess how old I am. uh, with what people? Your family? Literally anybody. My family, strangers, it doesn't matter who it is. I feel trapped no matter who it is. Even if it's people I like, it's just very, I don't know. I feel trapped enough in life. Life itself is a trap. You're just you get put into this cage like an animal that is life, and you don't get out of it until you're dead. And then, you're not only trapped in this world, you're trapped in whatever body you were given. Like so I already feel trapped enough, and then you throw all these other things on top of it, and it's just too much, all right? 100% they'll consume your time, especially friends with more different goals. Yeah, that too. When you're around other people, you not only have to care and work on what you're doing, but if you're in a relationship or something, you also have to be constantly with uh thinking about what they're doing and all this stuff, and It's mind overload. I literally don't have enough energy for more than just myself. Like I barely have enough for that, let alone other people. That may sound selfish, but I'm just being serious. Do I feel trapped in my face? I feel trapped by everything, even my face. That is a part of my body. I said my body. You should do live streams to practice your English. I mean, you look like you're pretty good at writing your English. I said this before in some of my other streams. I found this interesting, but I feel like most people that actually English is their primary language, when they type in the live chat, they don't really pay any attention to the way they spell words. They'll just spell everything incorrectly because they don't care. Like they're not trying to prove anything. They know they can speak English. But people who English is not their first language, um, they feel like they need to type everything right or like they're doing a disservice to the people who actually speak that language, when in reality, the people who speak English, most of them don't even care. Like if you misspell something, if you say something wrong, I don't think anybody would care too much. If somebody gave you a hard time about it, they must not have much of anything to do because it's not a big deal. Either 20 or 27. I never got this. I never understood this. People done this before. I don't know if it was you, but they guess what age I am, and they just guess like it's either like 20 or 30. And it's like there's no in between. uh, but it's actually 20, so I'll give you that even though you gave two answers. 20 on the dot. Sorry for bad English is so goofy to say. Honestly, the people who speak English, they say the stupidest thing. So no matter what you say, I don't think anybody's gonna you're not gonna get any raised eyebrows. Nobody's gonna think any differently. Because I've seen a lot goofier things than that from people whose main language is English. Do you wear 100% cotton zip hoodies? I don't know. I'd have to check. I'm not sure if it's 100% cotton. I usually don't wear the zip up hoodies. I swear, without the zip up part. Thought you had a kid? No way. I don't ever plan on having kids. Most people will just say I'm being selfish, but to be honest with you, in today's economy, having kids, it's not even an option anymore unless you got a really good high-paying job and you're willing to work your tail off every day, never take a break. Having kids is a thing of the past. It's time for our species to go extinct. People want to get rid of the problems of the world. Humans are the problems of the world. No, I'm not promoting genocide. I'm just saying maybe we could at least cut down the population. 8 billion's a bit much. I'm sure it will go down. It should go down. Today's economy, I think it was literally perpetrated so that the population would go down so people wouldn't have kids anyway. So you told a girl you wanted 9 kids. Yeah, I'm sure that was the end of that relationship. All right, the next 9, 10, 11 years of your life are gonna be that's basically telling the girl that the next 11 years of her life, 12 years, however many years, is gonna be a lot of pain. Just pain. It's just gonna be pain. Oh, that's a great way to get out of a relationship. Dude, that's so smart. I mean, I don't get into relationships to begin with because I know it's just a waste of time and money, but uh if you ever were in one and you needed out of it without and you didn't have the courage to tell the other if you're a guy and you didn't have the courage to tell a woman that you wanted to break it off, that's all you have to say. I want to have 9 kids. I want to have 9 kids. That will end it flat out. Like she'll come back next day, that'll be over. You did break up with her? I'm surprised you even had to break up with her after you told her 9 kids. I can't believe she didn't break up with you. Yo, I don't know anybody in this day and age that would want to have 9 kids. Maybe some of the Mennonites, but that's about it. Maybe the Amish. Sounds like there's some weird live streams going on tonight. I thought my live stream was weird. There's some weird stuff going on, apparently. You lift weights? Honestly, if I was I don't lift weights at all. I mean, I lift weights, but they're not weights, they're not specifically designed for weightlifting. They're boxes and other sundry items. But yeah, if I ever got into weightlifting, it would probably just be from me getting so angry at literally everything that I'm like, let's just go out and pump some iron. Get this out of my system. It's nice though, at this house here, we got these woods out in the backyard. And anytime I get mad, I can just run out into the woods and just beat some branches against these trees. It is great. It is the excellent way to get out your anger without hurting other people. The other live stream is wild. I can imagine. You want 9 kids for the algorithm boost? What is going on? Why is it specifically 9 kids? Why is that the perfect number of kids? If you want my number one reason for why I wouldn't have kids, obviously I already told you about the economy being bad. I don't think I need to tell anybody that one, but if you wanted the number one reason I wouldn't have kids, it's because I don't want anybody to have to go through life because I don't even think it's worth it. So pretty depressing. Most people have kids. I don't know. Most people say if you don't have kids, you're a selfish person. But to be honest with you, I look at it as more selfish to have kids for a couple reasons. A lot of people who have kids should just flat out not ever be parents because they can't handle it. Number two, a lot of the times the people who have kids, they're only thinking of themselves, and then they actually have the kids, and then they realize how much responsibility it is, and then they just didn't even think about. I mean, it's unfortunate, but today's day and age, it's just oh yeah, it's just a normal thing to have kids. So people just go right into it without even thinking, am I actually prepared for this? Probably not. If somebody took a like away from the live stream, they don't like that. They don't like my opinion on kids. uh, do I live on a farm or a ranch? Nope. Just a normal house in a semi-normal neighborhood. I say semi because there are some weirdos in this neighborhood. Let's not get into specifics here. There's only so much I can say on YouTube without, crossing the boundaries. Yo, what are these people live streaming about? Man, people, dude, if that's what people are live streaming, now I understand why there's anybody who actually watches my live streams. It's because everybody else at live streaming is just an absolute nut. Mormon families, yeah, that's not a surprise. I'm pretty sure the Mormons believe in having like 2 or more wives, like having more than one wife. I don't know if you can get away with that anymore or not, but at least that's what I think I heard. If that's the case, yeah, you've got more options for kids. I think I'm conking out here, guys. I think it's time for me to go Betty bye. Time to hit the sack. Time to. Man, what are all the sayings that you can say for going to bed? Time to hit the sack. Time to hit the hay. So many weird sayings for going to bed. You ever question this? Why are there like so many weird specific sayings just for going to sleep? When there's like so many other things that don't have any sayings for. I don't understand. Multiple wives is more drama. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how anybody can even handle one wife, let alone two. I was gonna say, I accidentally said one life. How can anybody handle one life, let alone two? I don't know. How can you handle one life? Sleep is peak living. Yes, Brian. I 100% agree. Unfortunately for me, I don't know what it is for everybody, the way they sleep, but for me, I pretty much go sleep and then it feels like it's been maybe a couple minutes and then it's time to wake up. Like it feels really quick. Doesn't feel long at all. I think it's because I'm more of a heavier sleeper. I think if you're a lighter sleeper, it probably feels longer. I don't know. Which is it better to be, a heavy sleeper or a light sleeper? Which has the more advantages? Yep. Go to heaven. Feel free to join in my other streams. I mean, I live stream about every day. This is nothing new. Heavy sleeper be better. I mean, I'm a heavy sleeper, but it is really annoying, especially when you're working your full-time job, because you go to sleep and then the next second you're waking up and it's time to go work. Not fun. I feel like if you could draw it out more. You ever think about how nice it would be if you could just sleep and work at the same time? Like, I'm being serious. Imagine if you could work while you're sleeping. You know how fast your work days would go by? Just like sleepwalking and doing everything in your sleep. That'd be so amazing. uh, Instead, we have to devote our utmost energy being awake to work. Unfortunate, isn't it? Still no coffee. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Yeah, I'll tell you the reason I don't drink coffee is not because I have anything against coffee. It's not because I think coffee is disgusting. It's because I have this motto in life that the less amount of things I have to be reliant on to live life, the better. And I don't like want to become a coffee addict and rely upon coffee for my energy because, coffee costs money and we already have to use our money for so many other things. So I plan on hopefully getting to a place where I can just spend my money only on, I mean, this is pretty much how I'm living now. I only spend my money on the bare necessities of life. It may be a boring way to live, but if it gives me more time to do what I want, I value time above money. So say or material possessions that I could buy with money. So more time I have to myself, doing my own thing, the better. I said hi. Hello, Juice fan. Juice fan. It's a wild one. You have a similar philosophy. Honestly, another reason I have that philosophy is because I really don't care that much about most things in life. So if I the one thing I care about is my time. My time, my energy. I guess that's two things. My time, my energy, what I devote my energy to. I value that above these material things that apparently we're supposed to care about, and we're told that we're supposed to care about it because we live in a consumerism environment where we constantly consume and work our butts off and just keep consuming and keep working our butts off and keep consuming and keep working our butts off. And the cycle never ends. But the problem with that is, you know what the problem with that is? The problem is you spend so much time working, you can't ever enjoy the things you actually consume. That's a big reason I think that like how long normal work hour days are is ridiculous because a lot of the money that you get from working goes towards your house, right? Goes toward paying the bills on the house. The problem is, though, you're basically spending no time at the house. You're spending your time at work. So you're spending your your energy, your time working for something that you never get to spend any time at. Like the only time you're at home is when you just go to sleep. You eat, you sleep, and then you go work. You work, you eat, you sleep. That's life. Wow. Really amazing, guys. I don't have anything against work. It's just trying to find an actual decent job. Kind of a problem. Manual labor jobs, those are easy to find. But they do take a toll on your mental health, I can tell you that one. Yeah, buddy, we know. I know you know. I know most people know this. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm the only person in the world who knows this, but you'd be surprised how many people are still oblivious and they you know, and sometimes people just treat it as being normal. I mean, it's become normal. They treat it being normal, but when you really sit down and talk about it, you realize how stupid it is. Anyway, I do need to end this live stream. It's been far too long. I did not think I'd be streaming for 3 hours. uh, Sad case. You have to take advantage of your youth to become financially free. Um, to a certain extent, to be honest with you, becoming financially free is pretty much just not even a thing anymore. uh, pretty much. I mean, unless you're the top 10% or whatever the percentage is. I should do probably better than most people because I don't spend my money on stupid stuff. So I should do good in that regard. But anyway, I'm getting really tired. I can't even keep my train of thought. Yes, so that is good advice. Honestly, that's about the best advice you can give. Don't spend your money on crap. Invest it. That's that's about the best advice you can get because you can't guarantee whether somebody gets a good job or not. So with whatever money they have, they need to use it wisely, whatever they already have. Getting more money is usually the problem. But with the money you already have, yeah, use that wisely. It's good advice. No one is oblivious. You'd be surprised. I mean, there are a few people in their lives who don't ever have to work because their parents or whatever make so much or they're just born into it. So at least you could say those people are oblivious. Maybe they've heard the struggles of other people, but it's not like they care. Your uncle is a millionaire. He said the biggest regret was not taking more risks. I mean, you know, risks are risks. It's not a guarantee. I guess you might as well take them to try and get somewhere. But I don't know. I don't like to get desperate. I think when you're desperate, that's when you get taken advantage of the easiest. Yeah, if you like your job, it's not that bad. But to be honest with you, even if I got a job that I really liked, there's still gonna be, you know, just with how much you have to do it. Because there's even things, I enjoy certain things that like I do by myself that aren't jobs, but if I had to do it every day, I would probably still get tired of it. That's the thing. People who say you get a job you love, you never have to work a day in your life. That's not true because even things that you like, it's still work at the end of the day. Like, even things you like still work, and even things you enjoy can get boring after a while if you do it too much. So, that's just the nature of things. Anyway, I'm going to stop the live stream. I've said that about 100 times by now. Is there any last words you guys need to give me before I shut this off? Ugh. No last words, guys? No famous last words? Good night. That's a good one. I like that. Good night. It's pretty much the early morning now. It's no longer the night where I'm at. I mean, it's still dark out, but it's pretty much early morning. Hello? Weren't you in here earlier? Your name looks familiar. Weren't you in here earlier saying hello? Is that my imagination? It may be my imagination. I am a little bit tired. A little bit tired. Slight bit tired. Anyway. Alright. Yo, I just got an email from somebody. You're fired. What? What is this? Yo, it's a weather alert. Why are we getting a weather alerts at 5 in the morning? There's nothing happening. So why'd you decide to start streaming? I mean, I've been streaming for 3 hours. It's not like I just started and now I'm deciding to turn it off. Anyway, guys, I'll be streaming again. Probably tonight. Well, tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. Somewhere in that time frame. But I'm gonna make sure before the next live stream that I've got my energy levels up. I've got my brain working at a high level. So it might not actually happen till like next week. Because those two things are hard to get to happen at the same time. Usually my brain is functioning at a decent level. It's just the bodily energy that's usually the problem. Why did I decide that I wanted to be a streamer? I mean, I don't consider I mean, I guess I am a streamer, but it's not like I consider myself to be, an expert streamer here. I mean, if you see the amount of people who watch this stream, I mean, you would know that. But the reason I stream, the main reason, well, there's a couple of reasons. This is one of the only ways I can reach new viewers. Also, this is a good way for me to just talk for a while. Because to be honest with you, if I didn't do these streams, I would not be talking like at all. So, and usually it's good to get that out of my system. I figured what better way to do it than to do it on a live stream. Thirdly, I need watch time hours to get the channel monetized, and these vertical live streams are the best way for me, at least. Usually it'd just be videos for most people, but when your videos don't do very good, then you gotta do the live stream. So those are my 3 main reasons, and 15 more seconds and I'll stream for 3 hours. So let's stop it right at 2 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. 1 second short. That'd be pretty stupid. Anyway. Streaming is a decent outlet, yeah. Well, the vertical live streams are good. Horizontal, you can only do horizontal live streams if you've at least got probably at least 5,000 subs. At least. Maybe 10,000. Horizontal live streams don't do as good because they're not in the feed like these vertical ones. Unless you're, actually a bigger YouTuber. So, anyway. Yes, I need to go to bed not too long. And I need to end these streams, but like at least an hour or two before I go to sleep because my mind is racing after these streams. Because like I've been talking for majority of the stream and then I have to like calm myself down afterward. It's pretty at least calm my brain down. Because like I can't get to sleep unless my brain and my body is tired at the same time. If one of them is like got too much energy, can't get any sleep. I'm unfortunately was not blessed with the ability to just fall asleep immediately. Unless I physically exhaust myself, then I can fall asleep quick. But, you don't always feel like tiring yourself out just to get to sleep. uh, that'd be pretty rough. Not fun. Reading a book calms you down. Unfortunately, I don't read books because my imagination doesn't function anymore. I don't know if it's just a part of getting older, uh, but I don't know. My imagination's pretty bad. So, anyway, thank you for joining the stream, my two viewers. Goodbye. Oh, thank you for the compliment on my haircut. I know it's so amazing, right? I just, my number one concern in life is keeping my hair neatly combed. Definitely not sarcasm. All right. Goodbye.